Hey friends, I'm Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys another dupes video. I absolutely love finding dupes for my favorite high-end products, and today I have for you guys dupes for 4 of my very favorite high-end cool toned makeup. I'm going to be showing you guys the makeup side by side on my face today, so I'm going to be applying the high-end makeup on the right side of my face and the makeup dupes on the left side of my face. You can see what they look like side by side and how they really compare to each other. Alright, so the first dupe that I have is for the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. I absolutely love this contour. It's so creamy, easy to blend. The color is just perfect for cool undertones. I have the lightest shade in the shade Biscuit, and this retails for $26 for the mini size, and the full size retails for $48. And this really is a nice contour stick. It's very pricey though, so I don't love paying full price for it. So I'm really excited that I found a dupe for it because I love the product. I love cream products, especially for contour, because I use it to kind of shape my face and add some lift and dimension to my face, and so I like that I can put it exactly where I want it and blend it out and it stays in the same spot. Whereas with powder, sometimes the powder gets a little bit scattered around my face and it's hard to get it in the exact spots that I want it without getting it other places on my face as well, if that makes sense. So that's why I love cream contour, and this product really is such a great one. And I honestly would continue to pay full price for it if I didn't find a dupe for it. But I did find an amazing dupe, and it's the Nyx Wonder Stick. And I have the shade Fair in this, and this retails for only $14 at the drugstore. So it's a fraction of the cost of the Westman Atelier. It's at least half the cost. So that's so amazing. It has a highlight on one side and a contour on the other side. And I honestly never really use the highlight. It's kind of a warmer color and it just doesn't flatter my skin tone very well, so I don't really use it, but the contour is amazing. So it's worth it for me to buy this because I absolutely love the contour, and it's still so much cheaper than the Westman Atelier. And even from the tubes, these contours look very, very similar. The consistencies are very similar, they feel the same, and the colors are basically identical as well. And they have the same amount of thickness to them as well, so they blend out the same amount, they last about the same amount on the skin, so they really are basically exactly the same. And I love this contour for that reason. It's just so good and so affordable at the same time. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. I heard about this contour stick from Julia Adams here on YouTube, who I absolutely love. Her channel is amazing. You should go check her out if you haven't already. But anyways, this contour just blends out so seamlessly, and I just love it. When I apply it, I like to kind of blend it up because that helps my face to look a little bit more lifted, I find. But as you can see, it's blending out just as seamlessly as the Westman Atelier contour stick did. Because my skin is so cool and undertone, I love using contour because it not only shapes and sculpts my face, but it also adds some warmth to my skin without looking yellow or orangey on my face like a lot of bronzers do. Alright, so this is what the contours look like side by side. I have the drugstore product on my left side and the high-end product on my right side, and to me they look identical. What do you guys think? I feel like they have the same amount of glow and they blend it out just as seamlessly, and I've had both of these products for a long time as well, and they both wear really well throughout the day and have great longevity, especially for a cream product. I think it's because they are more thick in consistency. They're not like thin or gel-like, and I find that those products kind of wipe off quickly. but these products are thicker and they seem to just adhere to my skin better and stay better throughout the day, especially when I set them with powder like I'm about to do now before I get into my next dupe. So I'm gonna set my face with this Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and I don't have a dupe for this today, so I'm just going to set my whole face with this powder before applying my next dupe. Alright, so the next cool tone makeup dupe that I have is for the RMS ReDimension Hydra Powder Blush in the shade French Rosé. This blush retails for $36 and you get 0.25 ounces of product. So this is a gorgeous cool tone pink color that just flatters my skin and my undertones really well. And I've had this blush for a long time now. It's one of my favorites, and I was so excited to find a dupe for this product because it's such a good blush. So I'm going to be applying this blush to the right side of my face, of course, where I already applied my Westman Atelier contour. And I like to just kind of start up by my hairline and blend down. And I love how glowy this blush makes my cheeks look without emphasizing pores or texture at all. A lot of times glowy blushes will emphasize texture and pores, but this blush doesn't. And the dupe that I have for it also doesn't. So they're really, really great blushes that I think would work for a lot of different skin types. Okay, so as you can see, it just adds a really pretty cool pink to my cheeks that I just love. Okay, so this is what the blush French Rosé looks like on my cheeks. And the dupe that I have for it is the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Butta Together. And this blush retails for $10 and you get 0.17 ounces of product, which is almost half as much product as you get in the RMS blush, but per ounce the NYX blush is still quite a bit cheaper. So per ounce the RMS blush is $144 per ounce, whereas the NYX Buttermelt blush is $58.82. So you're still saving quite a bit of money by going with the NYX version. And this blush is so similar, if not exactly the same as this RMS blush. If I can get it open, there we go. So these are what the two blushes look like side by side, and as you can see, the colors are almost the exact same. The RMS blush looks a tad bit glowier in the pan, but when you apply them to the cheeks, they give the same amount of glow. So we have the RMS blush on this side and the NYX blush on my right side. Alright, so now that I have the RMS blush on the right side of my face, I'm going to be applying the NYX blush to the left side. And I will say that the only difference that I do notice between these blushes is that the NYX blush is just more pigmented, so you do have to go in with a lighter hand when you pick up product, and then I like to tap off the excess product to make sure I don't get too much and then apply it to my cheeks. Okay, so this is the NYX blush on the left side of my face, and now you can see them side by side. So the RMS blush and the NYX blush. What do you guys think? Do you think they look similar? I think they look identical, and they both give such a gorgeous glow to the cheeks, which I love, and the colors are the same. So this really is such a great dupe, and if you've been wanting to try the RMS blush, then I would definitely recommend checking out the NYX blush because it's a fraction of the cost and just as good. The next dupe that I have is for the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Pencil in the shade Pillow Talk Fair. This has been one of my favorite lip liners since it came out not too long ago. I used to have the original Pillow Talk shade and I just found it to be too warm on my cool skin, and so I was so happy when they released this Pillow Talk Fair shade because it is so much cooler in undertone and it just works a lot better for those of us with cool undertones, and I absolutely love it. It's such a good lip liner. So I'm going to be applying this to the right side of my face, of course, on the high-end side. Okay, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and as you can see, it really is more of a My Lips But Better shade for me. It doesn't stand out a lot. It's more of a natural look, which is what I love and what I prefer. And so it looks really subtle and natural on the lips, but it does make them look a lot more full and more plump. So love this lip liner. The only issue for me is that it retails for $26, which I find to be pretty pricey for a lip liner, and so I was so thrilled when I tried the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader because it's $9.99, which is of course less than half the price of the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and this lip liner is just as good. They feel very similar, almost identical on the lips. They are creamy but not too creamy. They're dry enough where they stay where you put them and they're easy to apply and they don't rub off super quickly. I find that when lip liners are too creamy, then the longevity goes downhill and they don't last very long. These both last really well for a lip liner, and so I have been loving this lip liner so much. The colors are very, very similar as well. I'll show you what they look like. Alright, so this is what the lip liners look like. Swatch on the back of my hand. So on my right side we have the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Line Leader. And on the left side we have the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk Fair. Alright, so now I'm going to be applying the Maybelline Lifter Liner on the left side of my face. You can see what they look like side by side. Alright, so this is what the lifter liner looks like on my lips, and as you can see it's almost identical to the Pillow Talk Fair shade from Charlotte Tilbury. One slight difference between these that I noticed is I do feel like the lifter liner is a little bit more rich in pigment, so I think that if your skin tone is any darker than mine, then the lifter liner would actually be a better fit for you anyways. But besides that, they're nearly identical. I actually have been reaching for the lifter liner over the Charlotte Tilbury lately, even though they're basically identical. Honestly, I just prefer the lifter liner. I don't know if it's because it's slightly more pigmented or I don't know what it is, but I really do just prefer the lifter liner. It's such a great lip liner and I highly recommend checking it out. So the final dupe that I have for you guys is a dupe for the MAC Lustrous Sheer-Shine Lipstick in the shade Syrup. This is such a classic lipstick formula, and this shade Syrup is known for being an incredible shade on cool undertones. I just love the mid-toned pinky mauve color that it is. It just is so flattering on my cool undertones. So I was really excited to find a dupe for this lipstick. This lipstick retails for $27. So I'm going to apply this lipstick on the right side of my face. Okay, so this is the MAC lipstick on the right side of my face, and the color is just perfect in my opinion. It's one of my very favorite lipsticks that I have. I love this shade. If you have Cool-Undertones, I would highly recommend checking this one out, or even better, checking out the dupe, which is the Revlon lipstick in the shade Sassy Mauve. These lipsticks are so similar. I'll show you what they look like in the tube side by side. And this Revlon lipstick retails for I think about $10 at Ulta, but I found it at Walmart and at Target for $6.49. So since it's drugstore, you can find it cheaper depending on where you look for it. But this is what the lipsticks look like side by side. And they look really similar in the tube, obviously, but they look even more similar swatched out. So I'll swatch these on my wrist so you can see what they look like. Okay, so here are the lipsticks next to each other. So this is the MAC lipstick in the shade Syrup, and this is the Revlon lipstick in the shade Sassy Mauve. Alright, so now I'm going to be applying the Revlon lipstick to the left side of my face. So this is what the lipsticks look like on my face. I have the MAC on my right side and the Revlon lipstick on my left side. And as you can see, the shade and the finish of the lipsticks are almost identical. I will say that I think the MAC is a little bit more shiny, just a tad more glowy than the Revlon, but they feel the same on the lips. They have the same amount of moisture to them. They're not super hydrating, but they don't feel dry on the lips at all. They're very comfortable. And so yeah, I think this is such an amazing dupe, and if you love this MAC lipstick in the shade Syrup, then I highly recommend checking out the Revlon lipstick in the shade Sassy Mauve, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you will love it just as much, and you'll probably even love it more because you'll be saving so much money buying this lipstick instead. Alright, so those are all of the makeup dupes that I have for you guys. I would love to know your thoughts. I would love to know if you notice any differences between the high-end side and the drugstore side, and which side you prefer. They look exactly the same to me. I'm not noticing any difference on my skin, but I would love to know what your thoughts are, and I would also love to know what some of your favorite dupes are. I love saving money and going with drugstore makeup over high-end makeup, so if you have any great drugstore makeup dupes, then I would love to know in the comments what they are. I would really appreciate it. I will link all of these products down below in the description box. Some of the links are affiliate links, and I make a small commission if purchases are made through them, so if you do choose to purchase through my links, then I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you supporting my channel. It means a lot to me, and I'm just so grateful for you guys, grateful that you're here watching my video and supporting me. It means so much to me. I would love it if you would subscribe and join my channel and give my video a thumbs up if this video was helpful in any way. It really does make a big difference and means so much to me when you guys do those things. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.